If you're a cycle breaker, if you're someone who had to step away from your support system and heal by yourself, one of the things that is helping me to digest everything a little bit better, because at the end of the day, it was the best decision for me and my kid to walk away, to step away, and to separate myself. At the end of the day, you have to remind yourself that they chose the denial, they chose the lies, they chose the facade and the dysfunction over healing with you. Point blank period. They can say whatever the fuck they want to say. They can say whatever makes them help them sleep at night. Like whatever makes them feel better. They're going to say whatever they want to, but what action followed? Because love without action is nothing. Words without action are nothing. So you can tell me all day long, oh, I support you, I'm here for you, I'm here. But when it comes down to it, to the nitty gritty and the dark days and the dark nights, and you're not there, and you want to sit there and lie to me or to my kid and things like that, the loss is never ours. If you're a cycle breaker and you had to go no contact, it doesn't matter if it's for a temporary amount of time or if it's a permanent situation, it doesn't matter. The loss is never yours, it is always theirs. It is always their loss. Always. Because they chose to stay in the dysfunction. They chose to stick to their lies. They didn't want the truth. They didn't want to heal. They wanted to go back to being enabled and just sweeping it under the rug. Because what I ended up learning was the people in my life that I was trying to fight really hard to get repair and reconnect from or with, they cared more about how people perceived them, who they were in connection to me, because if I told my story, well, people, if they know me, they'll know who they are. But you were okay with doing what you did behind closed doors. You were okay with doing and saying what you said and did when nobody was watching. All you had to do was to become accountable, say sorry, and change your behavior. But guess what? They didn't want to do that. So never, ever, ever is it your loss. It is always their loss. And yes, we have to grieve, and that sucks. But look at where you are now. Because I can look at my life. And yes, to some people, oh man, she's at the bottom. No, I ain't. This is a step up from the bottom. Where I was at the bottom. I pulled myself out of this. I did that. They can't claim nothing of mine. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, y'all didn't want to come here with me? Okay. The loss is never yours. The loss is always theirs. Always. So yes, it may get heavy. Some days it may just be downright unfair. But you're doing it. And one step at a time and one brick at a time, you will build and you will get there. You got this. I love you.